Hello, let's play a bunch of daily word games. The word games are daily, the series is weekly. Today's bonus game is Bracket City, which I actually haven't played in a while. It's a fun one that's like crosswordy-ish. So inside these brackets, it's like a crossword clue where you place it with a word, which then becomes the word in the next clue that's on the outer bracket. So reading material for a psychic. It's going to go Georgia on my... Oh, mind. They read the mind? Okay. Yeah, psychics read minds. That's true. I was thinking about reading the future. Charles, who performed Hit the Road Jack in Georgia on My Mind. That's Ray Charles. Uses crayons in a book with no words. Maybe draws? Let's see. Let's see. Draws when... Let's see. Blank when shown. Reveal one's character or intentions. Blank when shown. Reveal one's character or intentions. I don't think it's going to be draws. Let's hold off on that. Where vis-a-vis the table, some shady business is conducted. Under the table. Okay. So we have kind of a double definition here, or a double fill in the blank, not double definition. Pants pocket, or maybe pocket something, and then blank laundering. Pocket money, money laundering. Okay. You might be advised to blank your dreams or the money. Follow your dreams, follow the money. A blank act to follow, a tough act to follow. Okay. Like some bars, vans, and skirts. Mini. Minimalist way to take your coffee. Black. One that oughtn't call the kettle black. The pot calling the kettle black. Word after bullet or runaway or potty. Train. Bullet train, runaway train, potty train. Air resistance, for example. Drag. This is blank to train your dragon. How to train your dragon. Someone marries David Eisenhower. All right. Uses crayons in a book with no words. It might be... Oh, sorry. No, it goes blank when shown. Reveal one's character or intentions. True colors. So color. Is it... Oh, uses crayons. I said colors, and then I thought it had to be color because you color in the book, but no. Darn it. I didn't have to make that mistake. Oh, well. It's not that big a deal. Colors, when shown, reveal one's character or intentions. Your true colors is what I said. It might be true or tough or unconditional. Love. Love letters. Truly someone marries David Eisenhower. Love letters. Question mark, which makes me think it's a pun. What are we... I don't know who married... I don't know this last name. Julie Knit. Love letters. Okay, I'm not sure about this one. I mean, love in crossword clues can sometimes be 0 or O. Maybe, I mean, oh, is it Nixon? XO, hugs and kisses. Okay. Julie Nixon marries David Eisenhower. Okay. 98 score because I typed color instead of colors. Oh well. Let's move on. I know what I'm starting Dordle with. Color. All right. Oh wow, that actually worked out well. We know there's not two O's in both words. The right word we're gonna guess because the left word we have a bit more info. How about money? Because that was another word from... Well, this is working out very well. C-O-M something Y or C-O something M-Y? Comfy? Okay. And then M-O something. Most. Moped. No. Can't use the E. What am I doing? I'm thinking like an I or an A here is what I'm thinking right now, but it's actually hard. U or M-O, maybe M-O-U. It can't be mount. I really want to put an N there if it's M-O-U. Is there moused? Moused is apparently a word. I guess I could guess it to get info. Okay. Mouth. Oh, TH. Okay. All right. Comfy mouth. Huh, that's an interesting combo. All right. Fibble. So in Fibble, every guess has one lie in it. So one of these colors is lying to us. I like to use the positive information when possible. So like I want to use the IND somewhere else. I don't know. Use the IND somewhere else. Maybe end an IND. And then we need to use W or a Y. Because in order for those to be lying, they'd have to be in the word. I mean, wind is a word, but I don't think we can put anything before wind and still be a word. Maybe a wind is a word? No. I could see like, hey, it's a wind. It's in the wind. Right? But no. Owing is a word, but that doesn't work because we're not using the D. Is dwind a word? Like we're dwindling? No. All right. Maybe there's some other way. Rind. I typed my fingers typed ring because that is a word, but rind is what I wanted to try. How about DRIN? Drink. No, I have to use the W or the Y. What am I doing? Is there like a DRINY? Okay, I may not be able to do this. So the next best option is to make one of these green instead of yellow. So like do an I second and then like NID or something. I don't think that works. Or DI and then put like an N later. Because I want as much positive information as possible to get the most chance of getting conflicts where the lies contradict each other. Or I could do like ID something N, widen. I don't want to use the W now because I put the I in place. That's really funny. Is there another IDEN is what I'm trying to figure out. Myden, Leiden, Ryden. I wonder if Ryden is a word. No. Worth a try. Joe Biden. No? Okay. Tiden. Sidon. I don't know. What else can I do? IDON. IDAN. IDNA. AI. Okay, maybe I can just use the N in the middle then, like NID or something. Or D something NI. D something NI. I really what am I supposed to do here? I mean, I can just I can use just the IN somewhere and like omit the D, but I'm being extra stubborn here. Where I really want to use the okay, what if I do DRI? That's the issue. Yeah, I can't do that. How about the D in place? So like NID or something. Or N something ID something. Noids. All right, I'll just use IN. I give up. Maybe an ING word or something like cling. All right, what did we learn? Well, we have a contradiction on the I's. So that means that anything that agrees between windy and cling has to be true because we can't make them both lie. One of our lies is used by the I's. So there is an N in the word. Now, I can't just mark these as true because one of these could still be lying as green. It's just they can't be lying as gray. So there is an N in the word. I'm going to continue to assume there's an I in the word. So that would be our lie in cling. So what would we do? Maybe I would just... And then just keep omitting the D. So like end in IN or something would like LIN. I need to use the L. L something IN, like LI. This doesn't seem like plain works. Wait, what's the lie here? Oh, I can't do the L second because that would be my lie. Darn. Is there like an LAIN? No. I can't put the N there. AIN, but then I'd have to, Is there an LIN? Because that seems like the choice. Or L something something IN. Loben, Lauren. Latin? I wonder if Latin would be accepted. Ah, it's a proper noun. Okay. Laban. The Lopen. That's not even how you spell his name. I'm loving this. I'm having so much trouble just guessing a word that matches our lies here. We're just lazing around. Okay, maybe not that. Is there an LIN? Pollen is not spelled that way, that's for sure. All right, what else can I do? I could assume that the I was our lie here. So there's no I, so this is not lying. And that means I need to use the N and the D. So what I could do is actually, I was thinking L and D, but that's two lies including. But L something something ND would do the trick. We're omitting the I, and then the N is lying as green. We know there has to be an N in the word. This isn't a word though. See, if I omit the I have to bring in the D, so I'm not sure how much that helps me. I could put the I in the middle. I could, what if I just omitted the L? What would that do? So then I could just end an ND. No, I just wouldn't be able to end an ND. I'd do like an N at the start and a D at the end or something. Something like that. Maybe an SN, something, something D. Is sneed a word or something? Sneed is a word, okay. All right, so what did we get here? We didn't really get any contradictions. So let's just, is there like another SN, something, something D? Like snood, snoud, I don't know. Snored. Oh, that's too many lies. Oh, if I'm going to omit the E. Can I do this? Nerd. Not much can go before that N except the S. But if I make the S lie, then I have to do this exactly. I mean, snide? No. I don't think this is a word. This is really confusing. I'm struggling today. Need something to guess. I can't do snide like this for sure. It would give me some really good info if I just turn off hard mode, but we'll see. So I kind of want the D to be lying because that lets me do N something DE. That means this D is lying though, which means I have to bring in the I, which would mean I'd have to bring in an L, and that just doesn't work. So we're not doing that. It really feels like these greens are probably true, but I don't know how to go from there. I mean, I guess all new letters does the trick. But I can't think of one. Like, what are we putting before the N? That's kind of the big thing. It's not SN, so it's got to be a vowel. It's not GN. It could be, it could be KN. Oh, need. Doesn't work because there's two lies, but I wonder, is there something else? Nord. I think I have to turn off hard mode today. I can't figure out something to guess. I'm going to guess snide to try to maximize my conflicts here. All right, so we learned actually this is an interesting conflict because the D and the E both want to be in the last slot, meaning at least one of those has to be lying. There's no choice there, which means that these N's can't be lying. There actually is an N second. That's not surprising, but it's good to know. We also have a lie between these I's. which means what for us? That there's an N in the word. That's it. I don't think we're doing SN. I think that's just not going to work anymore. I still think maybe the I is lying, but then... I'm not sure how much this helps. What if I do... I'm going to do need as well. Right, we know that's true. So what's our lie? We have a conflict between these A's, meaning there is an E in the word. And since it's in the same spot, we can just mark it true. So if there is an E in the word, I'm thinking we do end in E, which means this D was the lie. Yeah, there's a conflict between these D's as well. Oh, that's an X-wing. So in sneed and need, we have a conflict between the A's and a conflict between the D's. Those are the two lies for those. So that means there's no S for sure, and there's no K. So I'm thinking this A and this D are lying, because otherwise it's just we'd have to have the A and the D in place, and then we'd have to what's the other thing I was saying? We have to shoot. This E would be the lie. We have to use an E somewhere. We have to use an I somewhere. Yeah, it would be like exactly Ennead, and even that doesn't work with snide. So yeah, that's just not happening. So these are our lies, meaning these are true. So there's no A in the word, and there is a D, but it's not fifth. I'm thinking, could it be IN something DE? If I do that, I have to bring in an L. So no, it's not. So I think the I has to be lying. So if the I is not lying, then the D is lying. But we know the D is in the word, so it would be green here. And so it would be NDE, and then the I would move here because the D would be lying. And then that forces the L to be there. Yeah. So that means the I is lying. So there is no I in the word. Well, if there's an I in the word, it's in the middle, I suppose. But if there is an I in the word in the middle, then we're NI something E, and we have to put the D somewhere. We DNI something E. And even then, Kling is still not happy until we put that L in. So, and then Windy's not happy. So, yeah, that's just not happening. So there's just no I in the word. So these are our lies. These are true. So where does this, the D can't go DN. So the D has to go here. Is it, what does this? Undo does that. Wow, that was a tough word. No wonder I didn't think of it. Undo, 2 U's. All right, I hadn't even guessed U yet. Let's do Betweenle. We'll start with undo. All right, we are 23% away from all A's. That's why the starting word doesn't matter. If you know how far from all A's or all Z's, if you kind of remember those, then you don't need what the first guess actually is. Anyway, so 23% feels like we're in the F's, maybe the E's. Let's do a late E. Eyeing. Okay, so I went too far. 4% seems too high for words starting with E. So let's do an early D to see if we're in the D's. What's a good DA word with early letters? I'm having trouble with DA. Surprisingly hard. I mean, I could do daddy, I guess. All right, so I do think we're in the D's, and I think we got to jump like to the O, maybe like donut. Okay, so I still think we're DO, just not N. We could try doggy. Children's words here. All right, that's very close. Can we do a later DOG? That seems hard. We could do DOI. Surely there's a DOI word. We're like 4 words away from doggy. So the question is like, what are the next words after doggy? But we could do a DO. We're not doing a DOH, so we could do DOI. But if I can't think of one. Oh, there's doing, I suppose. Oh, there is doing, I suppose. All right. Didn't I guess something similar in Fibble? I guessed cling. Okay, I just an ing word. All right, let's do word 500. We will start with doing. 2 yellows. We're going to assume it's the vowels until proven otherwise. So we need to move them around. So I here and O here would make the most sense. Vigor, no G. What else does that? I want to do OR probably. We'll see. Maybe OT. There has to be something. But I keep wanting to put G in the middle. Visor. Visor works. 3 yellows. So if the vowels are in, that means we have a VS or R. So maybe we're something like an ROI. I keep wanting to use G, groin. I can't use N either. What does this then? Broil. Oh, so we're down a letter. This is getting a little bit weird, but we could say that we got the O and the I here. And so we could start with I something O. And we need to use a V or an S. Probably the S. Be like an ISO word. Is there an ISO word? ISOC. No. Or it could be an SH or I don't know. Starting with that I is hard, especially with that IN. Ito. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we've proven that we don't have both the O and the I. So let's say we placed this O in the middle. And then we do have the R. Let's say that happened. Then the R would be here, I would be here. No O, sorry, O would be yellow. O would be yellow. No I. And then S is the more common letter. So let's bring in the S. Then we need a DN or G. N is the most common letter. So let's bring in the N if we can. So something like shorn would work. 3 greens. So I think I got the ORN ending correct. And we just don't have the SH. So what else does that? Good question. Without the H, L, or R, not that those would be super helpful. I'm trying to figure out what we're doing before this ORN. Acorn. Oh, okay. So I'm wrong. I still think we have the O all the way down. Let's start with that assumption and no I. I think we got the R right. Let's say that's true. Because that lets us do all that. And then maybe I got the S right because we needed something from visor. So then no N. So S something OR. Is it S something ORD? Sword. There we go. Got it. Who knew it was the D in doing? That's crazy. All right. I think that worked out well, though. Let's do Polygonle. So the symbols on top tell us which letters repeat. So these repeat and these repeat. So if I did an ing word, we get both of our repeats. So it could be like SNI, snip. I can't do snipping, though, because that we know the P doesn't repeat there. Is there something else? Sniving, snirking. There's got to be something. Snimping, snithing, snicking. Is snicking a word? Sticking was accepted. All right, it's not an ing word. There's just an S somewhere. Words can end in S in this game easily. So maybe we're doing something like that. We could also like double up the S here. I don't know. I think it feels like filler time. We're going to do robustly, which is surprisingly all available. All right, so we learned that we start with R. This repeated letter is not the O or the L, and it's not going to be the S. So this is a vowel that we haven't tried, E or A. Probably an E. Maybe we're in an ES word. This, O, L, S, something else. Can we do this? Like an ED word? I was doing it resailed, but that's resalsed. Um, I mean, it's A and L. That's what's left, pretty much. So it's not that. I kind of like re. It could be a plural. Could the L be here? Re. I don't know if I like that. What if the L were here? Because then we can put a consonant here and that can go next to an L. Re. I may have to do machined. Let's actually do machines because I want to know if that S is at the end. It is. All right. ES. We didn't. There's no A at all. How are we only using E here? What? Okay, the only option is a compound word then. Like a word break somewhere in the middle. Not word break. What am I talking about? Syllable break. Re. Oh, we have an O. I completely missed that we have an O. So I can use the O. So this is what I'm thinking. LO. Is this a word? Replopes, redeloped, re. We don't have. What if it was relow? Reloadals? Relopals? I don't like that at all. This feels like maybe this? Maybe. Redolds? Repulps? What is it? The RES are placed. We need L. We need O. All right, I got interrupted, but I figured it out while I was interrupted. It's revolves. There we go. That OL, I should have seen it. Okay. Well, let's do the mini. First and last letter are the same. Could be a plural. Snips. I don't know why. There's probably much better letters to get. Let's see. I don't think it starts and ends in I. Maybe an R, like river. Nope. Okay, maybe the I goes here then. Is it one of those that ends in IC? Conic would have been a good guess, but Snipes used the N. I'm just gonna guess it anyway. All right, it's not a C, but there is a C somewhere. Oops. Maybe the C's here. So what are we starting and ending with that can work with that I? I don't know. Is it like look? I'm so confused. What is this word? I'm gonna do a filler, pure filler. Let's do. Let's see, common letters. T, L. I'd like an A maybe. Can I do like an LAT H or flat? What's a good filler here? Maybe maybe grab the U as well. I'll just do ultra. I know I don't need the R, but there's a T and an A. So do we start and end with T? I think we have to. Oh, it's tacit. Like a tacit approval. All right. Tough word. Let's do symbol. Symbol, we always start with blaze. Okay, so we're going to test A in the middle with stark. All right. A is in the middle. It's AR like this. Charm. Nope, still AR. Is it like ARY? Scary? Unary? Not ARY. Okay, what else? We're running out of letters here. ARD? Oh, we could repeat the A. It could be a word. Oh, interesting. It's dwarf. I was like, how does the D go before the W? Only with dwarf. All right. Interesting. Cool. That was the words have been really interesting today. We're gonna end with blind Fusele here. We can do tacit as our start because we have to repeat a letter. That's our first twist. Well, and the letter we repeated does repeat. How lucky can we get? I'm gonna try a. I was thinking TTY. We're gonna get a lie here. Maybe putty. All right. Well, we know that second T is lying, so this UT. What could this be? Where does this other T go? Is it yellow or green? When we know it doesn't. Well, I guess that. No, this is the only choice. What does this without a Y? It's a butte. Or butt, or however that's pronounced. All right. Well, really interesting words today. I feel like I did okay considering the difficulty of the words, but I definitely should have seen a few things that I didn't. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.